Welcome, everyone. This is a new employee orientation for the County Employees Retirement Fund, CERF SERF. We designed this for new employees, but there could be some existing employees who want a refresher course, and so we're glad to provide that also. A little bit of background, the Missouri legislature created the County Employees Retirement Fund in 1994. At the time, about half the counties in Missouri had a different pension plan called Lagers, Lagers, but about half did not. So therefore, they had no pension of any kind. So the legislature created SERF in 1994. The only counties not in SERF are St. Louis, St. Charles, and Jackson. They're big enough that they've got their own retirement. Everybody else is in SERF, and some are in SERF and Lagers. So those people have two pension plans. Most everybody is in SERF. Let's run through the people who are not in SERF, and this is how the legislature wrote the statutes. Circuit clerks are not in SERF. Court employees under a circuit judge or an associate circuit judge. Election employees of an independent election board. Extension employees, juvenile employees, nurses, and county health employees unless they're controlled by the county commission. Elected prosecuting attorneys and elected sheriffs. And then 911 emergency management unless controlled by the county commission. So those are the people who are not in SERF as established by the statutes originally. But everybody else is in SERF. When SERF was created, people had the opportunity to opt out, but it's mandatory anymore. If you were hired on or after January 1 of 2000 and you're in a SERF eligible position and working at least 1,000 hours a year, you must be in SERF. If you're a part-timer working fewer than 1,000 hours, you're not in SERF, but upon reaching 1,000 hours, you will be enrolled in SERF at that time. SERF is funded through different mechanisms, and the one that affects you is employee contributions. So this is based on your Lagers status and your hire date. If you're a Lagers employee hired before February 25 of 2002, you got grandfathered in. You don't actually have to fund SERF yourself. If you're a Lagers employee hired on or after February 25 of 02, you're contributing 4%. If you're a non-Lagers employee hired before February 25 of 02, you're contributing 2%. And if you're a non-Lagers employee hired on or after February 25 of 02, you're contributing 6%. The goal of any plan is to become vested, which means you have a right to the benefit, in this case, a pension plan. SERF is vested at 8 consecutive years at 1,000 hours a year. So when you get 1,000 hours in that 8th consecutive year, you are vested, and that means you will get a SERF pension. Once you're vested, SERF pays full pension benefits at age 62. So we run a formula that looks at how long did you work and how much did you earn, and it spits out a number. And at 62 or older, you get that amount. You could take it earlier than 62 at a reduced amount. The earliest you could take it is age 55, and it will be actuarially reduced. The pension is paid as a monthly direct deposit into your bank account. If you're vested, you will get a pension, and it will be monthly payments. There is no lump sum option with your SERF pension. Now, if you're not vested, if you do not have 8 years and you leave, you do get a full refund, a full lump sum refund of any contributions you had paid into SERF. Those refunds can be taken as a taxable event or rolled into another qualified plan. While you are employed with the county, there is a $10,000 death benefit in effect. That goes away when you stop working for the county. But while you're on the books, we will pay $10,000 to whoever you have listed as your primary or contingent beneficiaries. Please keep those beneficiaries current, especially if you've had any life-changing events such as a divorce or a remarriage. We're going to pay whoever we have most current on the books, and we want it to be whoever you want it to be. In addition, your beneficiary will receive a refund of any contributions you had paid in if you die before becoming vested. So before those 8 years, your beneficiary would get the $10,000 death benefit and a refund of any contributions you had paid. If you're married and vested and you die prior to retiring and electing how you want to take your pension, your spouse is eligible for a 50% survivor benefit, so half of what your pension would have been. If you're unmarried and vested and you die prior to retiring and electing how you want to take your pension benefits, your survivor will receive a refund of all contributions you had paid into SERF. A great way to keep track of what's going on with SERF is our member portal. You can view your information, make changes to your account. You can find that at moserf.org. That's our website. That's our homepage, mocerf.org. You'll click on Member Portal. If you've never logged on there, you will need a member ID in order to register. New employees receive that in the mail, but if you've misplaced it or don't think you ever got one, you can call our office at 877-632-2373. We will provide that member ID for you, and we'll stay on the line and make sure you get logged in. Separate from the SERF pension is a SERF savings plan. It's a voluntary plan, so you certainly don't have to do it. But the way it works is you set aside whatever amount you want. Those contributions go into what's called a 457 account. That money is immediately vested. It is yours. Now it's hands off while you work for the county. That's the IRS. That's not us, but it is your money. The match, the savings plan traditionally pays a match. The board of directors at SERF has to vote on that on a year-to-year basis, but historically they have paid a match. The match goes to a separate account called a 401A account, and that's vested at 5 years with the county. So your money goes to the 457 account, it's immediately vested. The match money goes to a 401A account, it's vested after 5 years. In addition, non-loggers employees must make a real small contribution to the 401A. It's 0.7%, 0.7%, and it is immediately vested also. So the 401A is the match money from SERF if you're in the savings plan, and the mandatory 0.7 if you're a non-loggers employee. Both the 457 and the 401A accounts are record kept by a third-party provider called Empower Retirement, and that's just a licensing thing. So your statements, if you're in the savings plan, come from Empower Retirement. Please reach out to us anytime you have questions. We are always glad to answer questions. We know, especially for new employees, you're trying to absorb a lot of information and it's easy to get confused. So reach out to us. Our main switchboard is 877-632-2373. There's our fax number. There's our website, moserf.org. You can email us at administrator@moserf.org. For the savings plan, the Empower switchboard number is 800-701-8255. And there's their fax number also. Their website is empower-retirement.com. And the representative on the SERF savings plan is Robert Eastburn. And there's his email, robert.eastburn at empower-retirement.com. So this has been a brief run through. We hope it was helpful. We certainly encourage you to reach out to us anytime you have questions. You're fortunate to have a SURF pension plan. If you stay long enough, you'll get vested at 8 years. If you don't, you'll get a refund of the money you paid in. And then you also have the option of that voluntary savings plan. Thank you for listening. My name is Jim Ellison. I hope this was helpful. Goodbye.